Hi everyone, and welcome to the Knit California channel. My name is Leslie. I'm a knitter in Southern California, and in today's video I got a professional seasonal color analysis done, and I'm going to tell you all about it and how it relates to my knitting. I am really excited for this video. I did this professional color analysis back in March, and today is actually May 4th. So it's been a couple months since I have done this. It's probably been a little over a month since I've gotten my results back, and I've really just been sitting with them, trying to understand them a little bit better, trying to kind of like go through my wardrobe and like pick out items that like I feel like really fit with my color and some that maybe don't, and just play around with everything. Rocky has now joined us for today's video. Thank you, Rocky. I really appreciate it. Before we kind of get into everything, I do want to explain what a seasonal color analysis is, why you might want to do this, and then we're going to go into the process I used, the company that I used, what my results are, and what it really means for my knitting going forward. So, what is a seasonal color analysis, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. A seasonal color analysis is a system for determining the best color palette for an individual based on their skin tones, their natural eye color, and their natural or current hair color. It takes into account the undertones and the lightness or darkness of your features and categorizes you into one of the four main seasons: winter, autumn, summer, or spring. So the main kind of points, if you boil everything down into one of the main four seasons, is for winters you are bright and cool. Autumns are muted and warm, summers are muted and cool, and springs are bright and warm. So if I had really thought about this, like kind of going through my own process, like I had done a lot of the kind of online, do-it-yourself color analyses that are out there. There's a bunch of TikTok filters that you can try. There's even the like AI dupe that I had tried, and really none of it worked. Every time I did one of those personal like do-it-yourself versions, I was told a different answer, and I was like, well, this doesn't help if like I can't get a consistent response. I don't really know what it is. If I had thought for a little bit about what the like muted versus bright, cool versus warm actually meant for each of the seasons, I probably could have figured it out myself, because knowing what my season is now, it's like very obvious to me. Especially if I like look in my closet, like I don't have a lot of warm colors that I know look good on me. Reds, oranges, yellows, that's not my vibe. That's not what I gravitate towards. It's not what I know looks good on me. Like the greens, the blues, kind of the purpley pinks. That is really where I shine, which is definitely leaning more towards cool, which would kind of tell me, okay, maybe I'm a winter or a summer. And if I had thought a little bit more about like the muted versus the bright, I probably could have figured it out from there. But I'm really glad I did the professional version. But anyways, that's what like the basics of what a seasonal color analysis is. A lot of times the next question people ask is, well, why does it matter? Like, can't I just wear whatever I want to wear? I'm like, absolutely, you can wear whatever you want to wear, even if it's not, the most flattering or like the best color for you. Like, it doesn't really matter. But if you are someone who would like to just enhance your natural features, if you do want to know like what the best color palette is for you to be wearing, then I think this is a really fun exercise and something that you can do to figure that out. One of the ways that it was described to me is if I'm wearing for example, if I'm wearing a red shirt and somebody comes and they see me, the first thing they're gonna notice if I'm wearing a red shirt is that red shirt. And then they're gonna look up and they're gonna see my face. Whereas if I'm wearing, you know, this green that I'm wearing right now, the first thing and what really is going to stand out is my facial features, and then they may notice, you know, the color or the cardigan, the hand knit cardigan that I'm wearing. And that's kind of the point, is you, by having your kind of facial features being highlighted more versus the color or what you're actually wearing, people are going to notice you first versus what you are wearing. And the science behind it, look, I know a lot of people may not fully like believe and or understand this. I am a science person, so to me, I do think this counts. The science behind it is all based on color and light and how our eyes pick up and process and understand light and color. So, you know, using this analysis to like really understand your facial features, the undertones, what your coloring actually is, and how that coloring interacts and pairs with another color that you're wearing is how your eyes or someone else's eyes are going to perceive you and what you're wearing. And like just in general, like a lot of times we want to look our best, right? And we also want to like feel good in what we're wearing. So that's what it really comes down to. For me as a knitter, I feel like I have been doing a good job in choosing yarn and choosing colors that I like and that I think look good on me, but I really wanted that extra reassurance of like, okay, yeah, I'm not knitting a sweater, taking all of this time to knit a sweater that then I'm gonna wear and not like because it doesn't make me look good and or feel good. And so that's really why I wanted to do this professional color analysis, so that I can really be confident going forward in the yarn and the colors that I'm choosing and like knowing that they're gonna look good on me. So that's why I did it. I'm really happy with it. I'm really excited with the results. Again, like I said, I've been sitting with them for a little over a month now, and I feel like it just makes sense for me. And like that's what we all want, right? So, okay, let me talk to you about the company that I used, like what the process was, and then what the results were. Like what seasonal color, what color season am I? Okay, so I found this company on Instagram. They're called Created Colorful. I love the reels that they do and kind of just talking about like wardrobe and color in their stories. I thought it was really fun. I checked out their website and I was like, yeah, this makes sense. I really wanted to do an in-person color analysis, you know, where they have the big like bolt of fabric and they drape it over you and then they say, look, this color looks terrible, and then they like remove it and there's a good one underneath and they're like, don't look, you look so great right now. But a lot of times I don't see it. A lot of times I don't see it, so I really needed like someone to just tell me. Anyways, this company, Created Colorful, it was all done online and all done through photos, which was really cool because I didn't have to go anywhere. Basically what they ask you to do is they ask you to take a bunch of photos, like 20 to 30 photos, holding up different colors. This is a bad example because it's variegated and not a solid color, but holding up different colors to your face. They give you a ton of instructions on how to do this with like good lighting so that all the photos are consistent. You want to make sure you've got a good, you know, neutral background behind you as well, so that they can really see, you know, your face, makeup free, glasses free. So like take everything off, take your makeup off, have your hair like down but like out of the way, and then, you know, I can just show you the pictures. Let me show you. I took a ton of photos, okay? sent them in. Their team did their initial analysis, and then they came back and they asked for a second round of photos. So the first round I think is pretty normal. Everyone takes the same photos. And then the second round, they ask for more like unique colors to really test, you know, maybe they had boiled it down between a couple options, or they were pretty sure about one option and then they want to see, you know, all the good photos like in your specific colors, and like maybe some from like the opposite color family where they know it's not going to be like not that one, right? So in the second round though, I was reading this list and I was like, what the heck are all of these colors? They asked for some colors from me. Okay, taupe, camel, dark chocolate brown, olive, emerald, mint. Got it. Easy peasy. Then they get into faded lemon, faded brick red, bright grape, cantaloupe, watermelon. I was looking at this list of colors and I was like, oh my god, do I have any like item of clothing or just like fabric in general in any of these colors? I don't know that I do. But I was able to find a lot of these colors actually in my closet. And then I also went to my stepson's dresser and I was like, oh, here we go. This kid has colors, all the colors. So chocolate brown, yellow, faded lemon, perfect. So yeah, they really just recommend like find whatever you have, get it the most similar, and if you don't have a color, like that's totally fine. So anyways, I sent in the second round of photos, and a couple weeks later I got my results back, and it's such a fun email because it's like, congratulations, you are a, and then it goes through everything. It was a long email. It showed you all of the colors. And so for me, I am a summer. So it was really that muted and cool tones that really like play best for me. I think, you know, with my hair color, my eye color, and my skin color, you know, there isn't a huge amount of contrast between the three. And then there's like more once you go into it, like a little bit deeper of like how your eye color changes color depending on what you're wearing. And I'm actually a soft summer, so within each season, right, there's true, so that's like mid, and then soft, and then like rich maybe, or like bright. I'm not sure what the other side is, but I'm a soft summer. And really what that means for me is like my skin has more gray undertones, and the colors that are really going to look best on me are muted, yeah, soft, neutral, cool, medium, deep colors. So this like sage green, perfect. This a little bit brighter kind of sea green of my cardigan, perfect. Some colors that I really should avoid are warm, bright, and primary colors, and this includes black, which was something really interesting because I think black was probably one of the first things that I really started to notice as I was like trying to figure this out a little bit more on myself, right? Everyone wears black. Everyone has black in their wardrobe. It's, you know, the staple color, black and white. But as I was like, I would put on like a black t-shirt and I would feel like I became super pale, super like washed out, and just like not really looking my best. And that was the first time I had really noticed it. And I was like, I think black maybe is not one of my best colors that I could be wearing. And so getting these results, and there's a whole section in this email where they talk about, yeah, black isn't your best color, and what you can wear instead of black is more charcoal gray because it's more muted, or like a navy blue, again because it's more muted and more cool toned versus just like the bright stark black color. So it was something really interesting. And then, okay, so I want to show you kind of like what my best colors are. I've got like my knockout colors, which really are, again, like navy blue, some of these charcoal grays, this sage green, berry pinks, which I love, and like muted kind of dusty purple and pinks. Really just like all of these colors that I already love to wear, so it makes sense. And like seeing all of these colors that really look good on me, I don't know, it just makes me happy. It's like, oh yeah, duh, like of course, like these are the colors that I already knew that I love to wear and that are like in my wardrobe. So it was a really cool like thing to see. And so some of the other points that they talked about in the like email when they sent my results was, you know, you have a softness to your look. Soft refers to the fact that your skin tone and eye color are slightly muted and opaque, like a touch of pale gray has been added to each color. This type of palette is effortlessly romantic with tranquil rose tones and soothing jades. Think of a painting of the beach on a stormy day, the deep gray blue of the sky and soft grayish ocean blues and greens. These kind of colors look amazing on you. Don't they make that sound so good? So good. Your best colors will also be slightly muted, which this is something that was interesting to me. I guess I'd never really thought about it in terms of like bright or muted colors. So as I've been kind of just like, you know, window shopping and like looking at Instagram and all of the new like yarn collections that are always coming out, this is something that I've really been focusing on, is like the brights, and especially like the neons that are like going to be coming out now. I think a lot of dyers really lean heavily into like brights and neons as we get into summer. Those really aren't my best colors, which is interesting. It's really these like muted colors. And so what they said about like bright primary neon colors is that they can overpower you. These kind of colors compete with your vibe. They steal the spotlight rather than complement it. If there is nothing soft about the color, in some measures that color will wear you versus you wearing it, which is kind of what I had talked about a little bit before. This has to do with how our eyes perceive color. They went into all of that. The more saturated a color is, the closer it will appear, almost like it's jumping out towards you. That's a really better way to describe it maybe than what I described earlier. And since your features are slightly muted and soft, they fade to the background next to bright or fully saturated colors, especially in photos. So, and that's when they go into black. Here's the kicker, this is true of black. Let's see. Okay, and then they also talked about like patterns. So like what type of patterns should you be wearing? Like if you want to wear like a floral or stripes, like what looks best there, as well as makeup and accessories, like what color makeup should I be wearing as a soft summer. Jewelry, the interesting thing is they said silver looks best because it's more cool with a cool tone. I have recently been wearing a lot of gold jewelry because I do think it like looks really good with my hair color. And so that's something for me to kind of think through more. And here's the thing. Here's really the thing is like, yes, these are the best colors and this is like what's recommended, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna go and like, you know, trash or donate or get rid of all of the things that they're telling me not to wear. Like all of my gold jewelry, I'm still gonna wear it because I like it. All the black shirts in my closet, yeah, maybe, you know, over time those will get donated and replaced, but it doesn't mean I have to stop wearing everything that doesn't look the best on me. It's really just for me to focus more on and understand, you know, that perception with light and color. So just something to think about, because I think a lot of people can get into this like cycle of, okay, I can't wear that, it doesn't look good on me, even if you really like it. And then other people might be like, well, this doesn't really mean anything, like I don't believe in this. Which, like, sure, whatever, if you don't, that's fine, like I do, and I can, and that's also fine. So okay, yeah, so that's how it went down. That's what it all means. And I'm a soft summer. So I did want to also share, I paid fully for my consultation, but now after the fact, I do have an affiliate link with Created Colorful. So if you would also like a color analysis consultation, you can get $20 off using the link in my description box and or using the code NICCalifornia. The link will take you directly to a Shopify page where you can purchase, but if you would like to go to their full website, kind of read through everything that they have on there, what is included in a color analysis, how to do it, there's a ton of information on their website. And if you go to checkout from there, you can use the code NICCalifornia to get $20 off your consultation. The code actually works on everything on their website, so consults, gift cards. This could be a really great idea for like a Mother's Day or birthday gift for someone in your life. And there's also a new audio course that they just put out called Love Your Closet, which can help you kind of love your closet after you figure out your seasonal color. Yeah, how to really apply that to your wardrobe and to your closet. So I just wanted to point that out in case you're now interested. Everything will be in the description box down below. And the last piece that I really wanted to talk about is how I'm going to implement all of this knowledge going forward. And I wanted to take a look with you at some of my FOs, my knitted FOs, and how they, most of them actually, fit into my soft summer color palette, which is just so funny because, I don't know, I kind of expected maybe to have a couple of things that like were outside of my color palette, and as I was going through like all of my knitwear, I was like, oh, this fits. I did a really great job of picking these colors and knitting up these colors. So I don't know, I'll just go through a couple things. Obviously I'm wearing my green cowl cardigan. This is like a great color. Another green, kind of more of like a turquoisey cool green, very similar, is my Lento sweater in To the Stars Who Listen, which is just a lovely color. I wear this all the time, so really great that this is in my color palette. If you watched my, like, did I wear my knits in 2023 video, you'll also know that my clove sweater was one of my most worn garments, and I just knew that it was like a really great color on me. And so yeah, this is like a muted, I would say like plum, kind of darker purpley red color, and this is in my soft summer color palette, so looks great, really happy about that. Let's see. Okay, I don't wear this sweater a ton. This is my sweater number 15. But this blue color, this is the Dusty Aqua from Knitting for Olive. This is actually a really good color on me also. So I think kind of, you know, if I am interested in, you know, purchasing more and using more Knitting for Olive, like they have a ton of like dusty colorways, all of which really fit into the soft summer color palette. So definitely something for me to think about. My newest obsession, my Farnham sweater. This purple is definitely one of my colors. This is like a dusty, faded purple. The colorway is Shook from Dusty Yarn Co. And when I got my color analysis back and it was showing me like, this purple is one of your knockout colors, I was so excited. I was like, this is gonna be my new favorite sweater. This is one of my like knockout colors. I'm so happy I chose this. And the like white color also is like, it's not like a yellowy cream. It's definitely more of like a gray, cool toned white cream color, and again, that is also one of my colors, so this makes me so happy. One that maybe isn't really one of my colors, and it's interesting because I don't wear this one as often, is this Lento. I think it's the, I don't know, maybe like warmer taupe kind of undertones that are in this. I don't know. I have to think about this more and like play around with it and maybe hold it up to some more color swatches because I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure about it. I really gravitate more towards like the bright turquoisey one that I have versus this like more neutral one. And then, oh yes, this was also one of my knockout colors, was this berry pink. Oh yes, it looks so good. So this is really like my version of a hot pink, is this berry, a little bit deeper pink. So good. And kind of what that means, another thing that I've been thinking about is there is something in my wardrobe that like isn't the best color on me. It is a bright, it is a neon. It's my favorite Oslo hat. So here's the thing. The brights and the neons aren't the best for me and my complexion. It doesn't fit into the soft summer category. But this is one of those items that I probably will never stop wearing. To me, it's fun, and I don't know, maybe in the future I will knit another hot pink Oslo hat, maybe in like just a cooler hot pink, or maybe something more berry to fit better with my cool soft summer. I don't know. It's definitely something for me to think about. It's obviously not the worst, and I think like because I love it, when I wear it, it like makes me happy, and so that's also something you've got to think about when you're thinking about these colors. But I do think like as soon as I put it on, you could kind of tell maybe it's not the best. And it is something that like, it definitely stands out when I wear it. Like people see the neon pink before they really see me, which is kind of the point, like kind of why I made it, because it is so much of a standout. Like I like that about it, and it's kind of like a question piece, like, oh, I love your hat, and then you can say like, thanks, I made it, you know? But yeah, I don't know, it's just something to think about. It's technically not the best for me, but I love it, so I don't know, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, so yeah, that's kind of it. It was a really fun whole process. Again, like I said, I'm still like going through and thinking through everything. Every time I see a new color, I'm thinking like, oh, is this, you know, within the soft summer color palette? Will this look good on me? It's an ongoing, forever process. So what does this mean going forward? Well, as you may know, I have a yarn stash full of yarn and ideas and plans, and I really want to go through kind of some of the sweater quantities that I have in my stash and some of the plans that I have for them, and kind of review them and see if, first of all, those yarns will work for me and work into the soft summer color palette, or if they don't, really think through like, okay, well, what am I gonna do with them? Do I want to destash them, or do I want to try to work them into a different project? Maybe a gift knit, maybe a blanket, something like that. I think there are options. Like, in no way do I think I need to go through and like take out everything that's not in the soft summer palette and then just like get rid of it. Like, there are other things, right, that I can make, that we can make, that I can make, that like are not for me. Like I can still knit with it, right? Maybe it doesn't need to be, you know, a neon pink sweater for me, but there is something likely that I could make with it. So that might be the next video kind of in this series, like unofficial series. I haven't really thought through this yet, but I would like to go through my yarn stash and kind of see just what's going on with this soft summer lens in front of me. And then going forward, as I'm, you know, thinking about knitting plans in the future, I'm definitely going to be taking this color analysis into account when I do, you know, my summer knitting plans, fall knitting plans, winter knitting plans. There will likely be an element of, you know, do these yarns, do these plans really fit into this color analysis for me? So it's just something that I'm going to now be talking about a lot more on the channel. So I hope you like it, hope you're interested, and will stick around because I'm definitely going to be incorporating it really into everything I do now because I can, and because I like to, and because I want to. So that's really it. If you have done a color analysis, I would love to know what season you are in a comment down below. And if you are a summer, hi, welcome. I would love to know that as well. And don't forget, if you're interested in your own color analysis from Created Colorful, you can check out the link in the description box below and use the code KNITCalifornia to get $20 off anything you purchase from their website. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!